With the shout that split my head like thunder, rattling through my bones, I cracked in two, a storm of rage and terror. Sarah! I was on my knees, and I was tearing the sword from Asura's grasp. I was awaiting the blade, and I was shearing through flesh and bone, the white-hot pain of an ascendant's claws tearing at my back. I was regret and resignation, and I was wrath and bloodlust. Instead of cold steel, warm blood dripped over my neck, soaking into my hair. With my eyes squeezed shut, I still saw everything happening around me, the cyclone of chaos that had taken over the circle. Tyria grabbed Micah, pulling the wyvern rider into the protective coils of her son's draconic body. Galen was in dragon form, one massive arm held in front of Maristella, and Doric was at his side, already gleaming with icy blue scales as he began the shift. Chantrelle slumped on her side in her ascendant's blood, clutching her stomach. Eleanor leaned over her, pressing a cloth to the wound, red with blood to the elbow. And the ascendant, Ilya, hissing, her starry eyes incandescent with fury, throat wet and red, reared up to strike at the black dragon in the middle of the circle. The world spun, my body torn between the fragile thing kneeling here and the coiled tension in the dragon over there, unable to grasp which I was. It was the slackening of the hands on my body that brought me back to myself, the sudden sense of freedom. I felt Siren leave me, reaching for his injured mate. I took a breath. Still alive. I was still alive and on my second chance, maybe the last chance I would ever have. And now that I felt Rylan in me, filling the hollow places I had never realized were empty, I would not let that chance slip through my hands. I opened my eyes, taking in the dragon blood that spilled across the iridescent stones of the circle, a sudden ravenous craving cramping my stomach, and saw the blade Asura had dropped. The hilt was whole, the blade shattered into a few inches of jagged steel. Forcing myself to breathe steadily, keeping a grip on my own physical being, I stared at the tangible solidity of the iron that had almost killed me, the slivers of metal sinking into blood. A massive blur of ivory and gold streaked over me, the wind buffeting me down to the stones. Siren launched himself for Ryland's back, snarling mindlessly, his feathers and scales ablaze with vengeance. My mate. He was trapped between two of them, a true dragon and an equal, and if I stayed on my knees, he would die. My second chance was slipping away.